All right. So I would like to invite Darlene Root forward. She is going to proclaim the gospel for us today as she shares her testimony about how God has worked in her life. Now remember, every time we share how God is at work in our life, we are proclaiming the good news of Jesus. So without any further ado, Darlene, you ready? Oh, I told you I'd give you a little bit of light. She said she needed light. There we go. Ta-da!
Go figure, when I talked at my mom's memorial, I wasn't nervous at all. Now I'm as nervous as can be. I don't get it. Good morning, church family.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing me to give my Christian testimony, which has been on my bucket list to do. My name, once again, is Darlene Root. Some of you may know me due to my deceased parents, Wayne and Rachel Root, who gave their whole lives as pastors and missionaries. My older brother, Daniel, and I were extremely blessed to be raised in a Christian home. We always had a lot of faith, love, and humor in our family dynamics. They're all in heaven now. I'm sorry. So that's a little bit of my background. From the very beginning of my life, I was taught about the importance of spending quiet time with God. I knew, even as a small child, the significance of prayer, be it quiet prayer in my head, talking to my Heavenly Father out loud when it was just Him and myself, or sometimes praying in public. Now, I can only imagine what some of my childhood conversations with God sounded like. But they were gradually building that important relationship as part of the verse Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." My belief is that spending time with the Lord in prayer and conversation and reading the Bible has shaped and molded my personality down through the years, giving me a kind of discernment in what to do throughout my life, be it for myself or others. Now, that doesn't mean I've always done the right thing. It just means I've had a heavenly coach guiding me, whether I always listen to him or not. He probably often told me down through the years, "I told you so. Why did you do that?" Anyway, my physical body has always been very frail. Most of my time growing up, I experienced almost constant doctor and hospital visits, even to this day. I'm sure some of you know exactly what I mean. Health complications can make life very hard, but also gives you a great compassion for others, among other things. So when I felt good when I was growing up, I did as much as I could. Wild and free, my parents used to say, as I climbed trees, ran through the woods, played with my friends and my pets. But when I was too ill to do much of anything, I rested and talked with Jesus in my mind, my best friend. One day, when I was 4 years old, my mom caught me talking and laughing in a room with my stuffed animals. She asked, "Who are you playing with?" My answer as a 4-year-old was immediate. Like, I didn't quite understand why she was asking me that. I said, "Oh, Jesus and I are playing house together." I remember she smiled and quietly left the room. So fortunately, my relationship with God has been a constant thing in my life, and it has matured down through the years. Pretty much from the time I was 15 years old, I always had a job. Working was stress in my family. I soon discovered I was pretty good at learning. So in my early 20s, I went to HCC Del Mabry. There was no Brandon campus, so I guess that ages me. Then USF, and finally to South Texas College of Law. I graduated, but then was unable to practice. Despite that, as you can see, I have survived, taking administrative and teaching jobs in colleges, working in law firms, as well as financial institutions. I married and divorced, not my choice. I was not able to have children, but figured God knew best. I helped care for my brother and dad as they passed from cancer. Then I stepped down from working to care for my mother until she passed in 2023. Now, some of you might be saying to yourself right about now, "Wow, her life's been one hot mess." Still, I've experienced a life of totally trusting God, relinquishing everything about my life to Him. Your will, God, not mine. I'm human, so I still worry about my health, my finances, and the future, yet I know our Holy Father is there with me, one step at a time. He has been the glue that has kept me together. And I wish the whole world, like us here, really understood that our heavenly Redeemer who lives is there for everyone, just a prayer away. Thank you so much again for listening to my testimony.